right time.
Is there anything?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Heat in Miami. For the Heat, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. And guys, it's hard to believe that for a portion of his career, Hassan Whiteside was having a hard time getting minutes at all. He was even out of the league for a few years. What clicked for him to become the player he is today?
Well, I've talked to him personally, Ernie, and he understood that work and focus was all he needed to be in the NBA. He started playing to his strengths. Every now and then he does silly stuff. I'll call him and say, hey, straighten up. That's why he got the big contract, Ernie.
Yeah, there seem to be times when he's not exactly dialed in.
He's not dialed in, but he's a young player. But, you know, when I don't see him dialed in, then that's when I dial in and say, yo, man, you got to get dialed in.
And he takes your calls?
Oh, of course he does.
Well, you know, it's hard to get second chances in this league, but he's made the most of them. And when he's making the most of them, he's getting them SLNs. You know what that is.
Shaq-like numbers.
Without question.
That's what that meant. Wow.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thanks, Kenny.
That'll do it for now. We send you to Kevin Harlan, who's got the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Nothing goes together like the Heat and Miami as we get ready for an interconference contest here at the American Airlines Arena. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Enabia, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Today's game marks the continuation of the Lakers' road schedule. Winning their last 3 games, they'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
And during this streak, guys, one thing you can see on this team is that everybody's role is clearly defined. Every player knows exactly what's expected of them. All the pieces seem to be fitting together perfectly.
Oh, well, they're playing amazing right now. And, of course, the challenge is to maintain this level of focus and intensity. Sometimes that's easier said than done.
And now the Lakers starting group. The lengthy pair of KCP and Ingram on the wings. Randle is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. And it's Ball in at the point. Well, Greg, Justice Winslow had a year that he'd like to forget, his second season in the NBA. Only played in the 18 games before sitting out the rest of the way after a torn labrum.
And we're just happy to see the young man back out on the floor so that he can continue to develop. Always a fantastic defender. And you forget, still a very young player who can round into a contributor, I believe, on offense.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. And Chris, as the season gets going, a lot of players start having lengthy road trips. Just how hard is it to play on the tail end of, say, a 5, 6, or a 7-game trip?
It's terrible. You miss the comforts of home, sleeping in your own bed, eating your own food, your habits, being on the road. Or you just miss all the good things about home, your family, and things like that. But you have to love these trips. One, if you're a player, because they set up time for chemistry. It's the most time you get to spend with your teammates. You really get to bond and get to know who each other are. Secondly, it takes a toll on that team. It wears you down. It sets you up for failure when you come home. And what's great about that is every team has to go through it.
Right.
So this is the NBA. It has to be the hardest league, the hardest schedule. And so it's tough, but, that's what we do as players in this league. And so I love it because everyone does it. And I've always said it, sports are so fair because it's unfair to us all. And that's an unfair part of the game, but you got to get through it. You got to battle it, and you got to get through it. No, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Luke Walton gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. This is the first meeting of the season between these teams, and he stressed to his guys the need to rely on their instincts at the offensive end. He said, we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses without forcing things. If we keep doing that, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if they can keep that up tonight. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you. Sounds like shooting is what he's concerned with most early on.
Yeah, they're looking for a controlled, patient offense today, and the key to that will be shot selection.
No, it's ball movement. The key is everybody has to stay involved on offense. The best way to get good shots is to make sure the defense can't focus on any one player.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
No, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Now here's Lopez. Misses from close range.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Right side, good.
Oh, man, that makes 4 of 5 shots, and he really has gotten off to a terrific start in this first quarter.
Johnson against Caldwell-Pope. Pope loose, tries to keep it alive. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell-Pope. He'd have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Dragic. He goes up again, and it's laid in by Whiteside. Whiteside's got 10 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Ball, and the Lakers with another miss. Here's Miami now. A big stretch here going 10-2. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Lakers trail by 7. Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope. Off target from outside. He'd have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And Dragic with the basket on the assist by Johnson.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Randle kicks to Ball. No good from outside. The Heat leading by 9. Johnson, the pass to Winslow. And the dunk by Winslow.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Well, also great execution. Let's not forget about that. Being active gets you only so far if you lack the discipline.
Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for him.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Ball with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Oh, and he also was a Badger on the defensive end, finishing with 3 steals on the night.
And Winslow comes to help. Here's Randle from down in the low post. It goes.
Oh, great presence inside the painted area. This is where Randle's most effective.
And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Couldn't come up with that pass there. Clearly wasn't expecting it.
Now here's Dragic. He's covered closely, and the layup's good off the glass.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Lakers trail by 11. Here's Ball. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Feeds it to Ingram. Lopez sets a screen for Ingram. 6 to shoot. Ball with the bucket.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence, and he has been deadly from beyond.
Dragic, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Miami leading by 8. Lopez with the steal. Ingram kicks to Lopez. Rebound by the Heat. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Incredibly disruptive on that end of the floor. Got up in guys' shirts, jumped in the passing lanes. It was wild.
Here's Ball. After the made shot from Goran Dragic. Ingram dishes to Randle. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Right side, Dragic shoots over Ball. Rebounded by the Lakers. Randle's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going.
Lopez sets a screen for Ingram. And the Lakers with another miss.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
Here's Dragic. The shot off that time, and the Lakers will go the other way with it. Now the feed to Ball. Dragic comes with the double team. Lopez kicks to Randle. Ball with a wide open look. No good on the triple.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Lakers trail by 10. Caldwell-Pope with a wide open look. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Wayne Wade's checked in for the Heat. Timeout called the Lakers. And with Caldwell-Pope, a player who worked on his outside shot and got it to a point, Chris, where he is a threat now on the perimeter. Has that signature plant and drift type of jump shot, but it works for him.
Oh, yeah. All Kentavious needed was a little bit of time. It just takes a little time to get better in this league. KCP went from being average to deadly in the span of a year.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
to check out the stats for Richardson. Over the last month, getting it done. Averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Now Winslow, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last three-pointer.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Lakers trail by 12. Dragic comes with the double team. Here's Randle in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Yeah, how about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
Here's Wade with the putback. Lopez grabs the board, and Los Angeles guys shooting just 26% early. Ball with it, now guarded by Dragic. And the pass to Ball. Lopez, a screen on Dragic to the inside, and the dunk by Lopez.
And love how Ball uses the pick and roll to his advantage. Excellent at creating passes around defenders.
Now here's Dragic. 6 points for him. Whiteside, great positioning on the putback. And the Heat lead by 10.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I'd keep going to him again and again and again and again.
Here's Ingram. And it's D. Wade with the rebound. Good D by Lopez.
Even that close to the bucket, that's a very tough finish in that kind of traffic.
Caldwell-Pope passes the ball. That's tipped. He dishes it to Ingram. Lopez a screen. 13 feet away. That one off the back iron and out.
Everything he is throwing up has been off. He needs to find his groove and soon.
Here's Wade. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Wade takes pride in overpowering the defense, especially when he's in close to the bucket.
Ball kicks to Ingram. He feeds it to Caldwell-Pope. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Lopez a screen. Ball dishes to Lopez. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Lopez has got his third basket of the night right there.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now. Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Now here's Randle. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. Here's Whiteside.
Oh! Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless, and this style of play can be hard to come back against.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Randle grabs the board. Lakers trail by 16. And Ingram with the basket on the assist from Randle.
The length and athleticism on display. Ingram, something special on the move.
Here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. And Los Angeles guys shooting 31% here early on, not getting the shots they'd like. For 3, Caldwell-Pope buries the long-range jumper. Caldwell-Pope's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Justice Winslow. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. 9th in three-point field goal percentage, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And back to his efficiency from three, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. And here is Ball, following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ingram, and again it's the Lakers.
Ingram operating well off the screen, very agile for his size.
Richardson kicks to Dragic. Shoots over Ball. Drops it in from 14 feet away. 8 points for Goran Dragic.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Pass to Randle. Here's the screen. Kicks to Ingram. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Brandon Ingram with the 7'3" wingspan. I mean, guard skills with the reach of a center, that gives him a lot of positional versatility.
And you talk about the versatility of Ingram. What position, Chris, do you think he's best fit for?
Well, you look at a guy like Kevin Durant, who started as shooting guard and is now a combo forward. I mean, that might be a mold for Ingram.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ingram. And Brandon Ingram doesn't show a lot of emotion on the court. He keeps a pretty even keel.
Yeah, sleepy-eyed, soft-spoken. His face is hard to read. If you ask his coaches, though, he's a sponge, always paying attention and absorbing his surroundings.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Whiteside. Luke Babbitt comes in for Winslow. James Johnson's checked in for Richardson. And Ellington is subbed in for Goran Dragic.
Well, think about the high ceiling that this kid Brandon Ingram has. I mean, and with his long arms, I mean, he could reach the rafters.
And good that time. Ellington's got his first basket.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Lakers trail by 13. Passes it to Kuzma. No good on the triple. Heat shooting very well. 58%. The offense is flowing right now early for them. The shot's good from Ellington.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
2 shots. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And Ennis drops them both. The Heat leading by 13. Inside, here's Olynyk. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And here's Ennis. Pass to Kuzma. It's been all about Hassan Whiteside for the Miami Heat. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we'll be right back after this. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
The Heat leading by 15. Luke Babbitt is out there with Johnson. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Magruder in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Dish is Duenas. Shot from 12. No good. Shot missing. And the Heat going the other way now.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
2 points. That one goes.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
And that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now Thomas. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta. There's the dish to Ingram. The pass to Kuzma. Ennis in the corner. Here's Thomas, and it's blocked.
Oh, he's the rare player with the shorter arm span than his height. I mean, Olynyk is still going to get his share of blocks.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now here's Ennis, guarded closely. Knocked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Jumps up, and it's Johnson with the jam.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
And Chris, I know you started doing a podcast, Fearless or Insane, with Chris Webber, an opportunity to have some meaningful conversations. What's that been like?
It's been great, Kevin. I've gotten a chance to talk to some friends, some mentors like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I've gotten to speak to him about what it was like playing for Wooden, what it was like coming up in the crazy 60s in that time. And, you know, he's such a thoughtful and a great individual. So to hear his stories about he and Muhammad Ali, he and Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all these great figures is just wonderful. I also got to speak to track legends John Carlos and Tommy Smith, who in the 1968 Olympics, we've seen them kind of protest when they put their fist up in defiance and kind of put their voice out for the voiceless. And I got to talk to them about how tough of a moment that was. Did they know the sacrifice that they were making? What happened, the backlash to what happened? And then all these years later, do they feel kind of vindicated that we're showing them so much love and people around the world appreciate what they've done? So we try to just discuss fearless or insane. You know, they say insane is doing the same thing over, expecting a different result, where these guys put their lives on the line.
Yes.
And they kind of knew that it necessarily wouldn't change the arc of justice, but they felt that they had to do it. And so it's just some cool conversations with people and athletes that were much more than an athlete. And I've learned a lot, and it's been a cool podcast.
And the Lakers call time here.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke. Right? I mean, there have been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
And to look now at the four areas where shots can come from: the paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Miami.
And the one thing that jumps out at me when you look at that shot chart is just how little scoring they get from out above the free throw line extended three-point range. They've got to get more points from out high if they want to improve their offense.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Kuzma can't get it to go.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Thomas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Ingram with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Back to Ingram. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers, and he gets the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Johnson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big Three era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
First free throw is good. And Greg, credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame-type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster.
He's off on the second. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Poke loose. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink?
Kuzma can't get it to go.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Thomas passes to Kuzma. Here's Zubac. It's Ingram on the wing. Mark that as his 5th miss in 7 shots. Olynyk inside. Zubac defending.
The defense recognizing the situation and getting right in his face once he got close to the bucket.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Whoa, the D caught a break on that play. I'm sure that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Ennis has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's just the vision of Thomas, spotting the open man and delivering the ball on time and on target. Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependable.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Ingram dishes to Ennis, and Thomas has it in the corner. Thomas with another miss. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. To the paint. The shot's good from Ellington. Ellington's got 10.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here's Thomas. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Ennis. And not sure what he was thinking there. Here's Babbitt with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Babbitt's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pass to Kuzma. They need this. That shot is off. And the Heat going the other way now. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series. And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Here's Thomas after the Heat pick up 2. Double team on Thomas. Down low. Here's Ennis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Well, Chris, we often ask you who the best power forwards are right now. Let's switch it up. Who do you feel is the best true center in the league right now?
Well, I think you have to look at DeAndre Jordan and defensively what he does, and then maybe go down to Detroit and look at Drummond or Mark Gasol and how he can step back now, shoot the three, and post you up. But to me, it's a no-brainer if we're talking centers, and maybe he's even a power forward. But I got to go with DeMarcus Cousins. So he's a 7-footer that can score outside, inside, knock down free throws with consistency, three-pointers with consistency, post you up like an old-school player, and then hit you with some new-school moves. He's something special to watch.
Embiid is intriguing as well, I think.
You have to love Embiid. He's a new school type player too that is so agile, so versatile. You have to love his work ethic, his patience, the big process, and most importantly, I love his personality. It's great for the game. It grows the game. How can you not love this young kid? And hopefully he can stay healthy enough to show us all the great things that he has.
Richardson, good.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Now, here's Ball. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And it's D. Wade with the rebound.
Yeah, good interior D there, prevents the deuce.
Wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but he can't get anything to fall.
And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 3 assists in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Lopez outside, out of bounds. Miami takes possession. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. The Lakers second.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Johnson. And the Lakers also making a change. Caldwell-Pope's checked in. Here's Ball. Los Angeles with another miss.
As he continues to rack up the misses from three-point range, he still appears undeterred. He's going to keep firing from out there.
Thought he was going to be able to take advantage of the D there. He had the space.
Here's Lopez, and the shot falls short this time. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Good on the shot. 11 points for Justice Winslow.
Strong move with the soft finish. Maybe someone on defense wants to step in next time.
Dragic comes with the double team. Ball with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Lopez nailed from three-point land. Lopez has got 9 points.
He can play very well away from the basket. Lopez has the kind of range that not many 7-footers possess, and it's a great asset for a big man in today's game.
And you watch Wade and know he isn't the same player he was back when he averaged 30 a game. But in short bursts, he can still give you a glimpse of that old flash. He knows when and how to dial it up when the game is on the line.
That free throw good from Wade. And Chris, as you said, Wade can still take over a game for a short period of time.
There aren't many players that are scarier with the ball in their hands with the game on the line than Wade. He just has a knack for coming up big when his team needs him.
And Wade drops them both. Chris, for years it seems that we've been waiting on that one season where Wade falls off and isn't an all-star level player anymore. But every year he comes in and is as impactful as ever.
Oh, that's what's incredible about Wade. He's done it for so long. In my opinion, one of the greatest two-guard scorers ever to play. He's changed his method of scoring. We all have to as you get older, but he still gets buckets.
Sinks the triple. Kuzma's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell-Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Now, here's Ball. Dragic comes with the double team. Ball with it, now guarded by Dragic. Just 5 to shoot. Lopez kicks to Ball. The three-pointer, no good.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down tonight.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Dragic comes with the double team. Inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The Heat shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And the Lakers have picked 2nd in the draft now for 3 consecutive years. Out of all the players they've acquired, Chris, who do you think has the chance to be the best, Ingram or Ball?
Well, I definitely like Ingram. I think his upside, his potential, his athletic ability. He's wiry. They played him a little at point last year. His rookie season wasn't dominant, but that doesn't mean anything. I really like his game. But I really like Lonzo Ball. I think he brings that talent and leadership. I think he has the talent to become that franchise player. Forget what I think. Magic thinks that.
Whiteside's checked in for Justice Winslow. And a chance now to review the shot chart for Los Angeles.
And plain and simple, they just don't have the three-point shot tonight. They'll need to keep taking them to keep the defense honest, but they can't expect it to be a major source of points the way they have been clanking it off the iron so far. Just a bad time to go cold from deep as a team.
Free throw drops for Goran Dragic. And when you look at the younger generation of players coming in now, Chris, of course, you do the interviews, you see them, you talk to them. Is it easy for you to relate to these younger players?
Yeah, it's definitely easy to relate to them. I think that our generation had a lot of influence on their style, their kind of expression of self, just as generations before us did, and we have that unique bond. I think that's one of the advantages I have, that I've known some of these players since they've been young. I know their habits. I know that they're good kids, good individuals, and they just express themselves differently. You know, do I like the way they come into a game dressed looking like, I don't know, Ozzy Osbourne and Run DMC mix? Nah, I don't like that. But people used to say that about my style and my clothes too, Kevin. I'm sure they did that about you too, you know. So, man, I just love it. I just take it as we have some of the best players that fans have seen, and I'm just enjoying everything from the wild clothes to the music to their style. But no, it's not hard to relate to them, man, because they're all pretty good kids.
Chris, just for the record, they never said that about me. I always
yeah, you always set the trend.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, I just watch KCP out there, and whether it's on the ball or off the ball, he's so active with his feet and his hands. He's so hard to shake. He can hound a perimeter threat all game long.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Caldwell-Pope. And with KCP, he'll often draw the premier perimeter threat as his defensive assignment, which he welcomes. More often than not, Chris, he'll find a way to slow him down.
It's his ability on both ends on the floor. KCP, his skill set, that's what coaches love about him. He can lock you up on D, but he can also be a challenge for a defender on the other end.
And Caldwell-Pope drops them both. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Heat getting the bucket. Dragic comes with the double team and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And looking now to numbers for Wade. How last month turned out for him, getting around 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
They are just killing him on the interior.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the half. Kuzma can't get it to go. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And they pick up 2. Wade's got 8 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 5. That shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Now, here's Ball. He's guarded by Dragic. Ball with it. Caldwell-Pope passes to Lopez. Got a piece of it. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Lopez a screen. Here's Kuzma. And so it's the Miami Heat enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. James, they played very well, but you guys really took them out of that. How did that happen?
Yeah, we talked about how they're on a roll, so our second group wanted to come out, give the energy to the first group, and just do our game, play our game, no expectations, just go out and play hard.
You really backed them up. Thanks a lot, James. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a big-time first quarter from Hassan Whiteside. He had 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, Ernie, giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
We return now to Miami, where you can see all the action happening on Ocean Drive, right on the beachfront. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Oh, yeah, creating multiple second chance opportunities, doing everything he can to try to help his team.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. Randle is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. The lengthy pair of KCP and Ingram on the wings. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. And here's Randle after the 3-pointer from Goran Dragic.
That's just a strong upper body. Randle converts through contact. Now he's going to go to the line.
And Julius Randle, that 7th pick back in the 14 draft out of Kentucky, was a 5-star recruit out of high school and was able to help get the Wildcats to the championship round. So this is a guy who is used to the spotlight.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And that one misses. And Julius Randle with an intriguing game, a great rebounder. He's a pretty good ball handler for his size, too.
Yeah, he likes to rip it and run, and very athletic when he gets ahead of steam, and, boy, he can be tough to contain.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Ball. The wide open look here for Lopez. Hits the 3-point bomb. Lopez has got 12.
Yeah, and Ball is an incredibly gifted passer, just excels at getting his guys going. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The Lakers shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Over Richardson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And we all know Brook Lopez can score in the post, and he might be just as valuable working from the elbow and running in that pick and pop action.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Two shot.
No good on the free throw. And Brook Lopez with the ability to face up and Greg post up.
High post or low. I mean, his passing and shooting ability give him that versatility. He is a load to handle for our defense.
And the second free throw, good. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Winslow. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Lopez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Over to the wing. Jacks up a 3. They grab their own miss. And Miami shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. That one goes in. 15 points in the game.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the 3-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Ball with the bucket.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket. Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Dragic comes with the double team. Randle kicks to Ingram. Lopez against Winslow. Kept alive. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. For Los Angeles, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Two.
And the first one drops. And Luke Walton, the Lakers' 6th head coach in the last 6 seasons, counting interims. I think they're going to be patient with him, though, as he rebuilds.
I hope so. I mean, the fact that he's a familiar face, a SoCal native and a former Laker, helps buy patience from the fans. Also, his deal is guaranteed through 2020. They need to give him a chance.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Heat have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Richardson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
It's his first trip to the line.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. And Richardson drops them both. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Dragic comes with the double team. Feeds it to Ball. On its way from Caldwell-Pope for 2. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Caldwell-Pope's got 7.
I love watching Caldwell-Pope shoot the ball. Just has such beautiful form in the shot. The inbound play works to perfection. You got to love to get those quick hitters.
Ball kicks to Randle. Lopez a screen. Ball's knocked loose. Ingram. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. For Miami, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. The Lakers also changing it up. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Brook Lopez. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Ball. Both free throws good from Dragic. LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Thomas dishes to Ingram. They get a hand on it. Johnson over to help. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Ingram. He's getting around 16 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so many ways. You got to give it up for him.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the flow of the offense. Not something that can be said for their opponent.
Now here's Ingram. 6 points for him. Picked by Randle. Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. A clean three-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Thomas, looking for his first basket still in this one. Thomas, a screen on Johnson. On its way from Caldwell-Pope for two. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
Whenever Caldwell-Pope gets room off the pick, he's golden. A dynamite scorer who can heat up in a hurry.
And that one drops. Whiteside's got 6 in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Randle kicks to Zubats. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Whiteside, that time on the assist by Johnson. 24 points for Hassan Whiteside.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Nice assist. Randle keeping his eyes up, playing unselfish basketball.
Here's Winslow, and it's Miami with another.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Thomas with the ball, now guarded by Dragic. Thomas kicks to Randle. Gets Ingram atop the key. Poked away. 5 to shoot. From the stripe. The putback. No good there. And the Heat going the other way now. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Thomas, following the score by Miami. Caldwell-Pope on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Zubats, that's good.
Well, then Caldwell-Pope really sees the court well. Everyone knows this guy can shoot, but his passing is also outstanding.
Here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Thomas kicks to Randle. Back to Thomas. There's the call on James Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. And every player out there has a story about falling in love with the game. Chris, when did you fall in love with basketball? And what was it like playing basketball as a kid?
Well, it's so hard to remember when you first fall in love with basketball. There's so many great moments and great stories that you hear. But probably playing on the playground and seeing all the guys laughing and hearing the music and hearing the guys say check up and next game and smelling the sweat and seeing guys play physical. That's probably what it was. And then being able to play at a great gym called St. Cecilia in Detroit and then watch all the other players that played before us come in, the Isaiahs, Magic Johnson, Spencer Haywood, Terry Durod. I mean, you get to watch these guys play. Derek Coleman, Steve Smith. I could go on all day. Mark Makins, Terry Mills. I could just keep going. It was so fun watching these guys play. So to me, I fell in love with it as a kid, but every instance, every memory that I have made me fall in love with it that much more. How can you not fall in love with the greatest game ever played?
Well said. First free throw is good. And Isaiah Thomas, phenomenal in the pick and roll game.
Well, he's one of the best isolation scorers in the league. It's almost impossible to keep him in front of you because he has so many ways to score. He has a low center of gravity. He's quick, and he's not afraid of contact.
The Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
You love the edge that Thomas plays with. He knows there's no other way to play his game.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope. Offline with his 3. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play. That's going to send Tyler Ennis to the line. That's on Dwayne Wade.
One shot. One shot.
And Isaiah Thomas, a dynamite scorer, even though he's in a small package. Chris, how much does his lack of size hold him back at the defensive end?
Well, that's when your teammates have to come in and support you. Defense is a team effort, not just an individual effort. And so, fortunately, they're stocked with other defenders that can help him out on the defensive end.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Shooting one.
Wade left side, makes it off the glass. Wade's got 10.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
There's the feed to Ennis. To the paint. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Well, how about Kelly Olynyk? I mean, a 7-footer, more of a power forward than a center, but he can step out and shoot pretty light on his feet and can finish strong inside.
And Chris, an interesting note about Olynyk. He's the rare player whose arm span is less than his height.
Yeah, that is rather weird, and I'm sure that impacts him as a shot blocker, but it doesn't affect his jump shot because he has a wet one and he can get to the cup whenever he needs to.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
And Kelly Olynyk grew up in Toronto. In 7th grade, his family moved to Kamloops, British Columbia. He and Steve Nash, the 2 notable players to come out that region.
He hits the second from the line.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
At the line for Lakers, Tyler Ennis, taking 2 shots.
Two.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. The Heat shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. Here's Magruder. And that one goes long.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
Caldwell-Pope passes to Thomas. Rebound by the Heat.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation to Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
He kicks it to Ennis. Passes it to Zubac. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And there's the foul. It's on Rodney Magruder. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, we'll go to the free throw line.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. taking 2 shots.
Two.
And that one misses.
And Caldwell-Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. He just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. And he's good on the second. And here are the Heat now. Three-pointer, Wade. They get it back, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olynyk. And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard as we've gotten into the second half of the season. These teams have become better and better at scoring points off turnovers. The Heat in second.
Their defense has taken on a new life since the break. I mean, they're getting into teams, forcing turnovers, and they look like a different group.
Kicks it to Ennis. To the middle. Zubac's no good. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Wade from outside. Here's Olynyk. Drops in the layup for 2. Olynyk's got 11 points.
Oh, I love that aggressiveness from Olynyk. I mean, he can create his own offense. I mean, we all know that, but that time with a little cleanup work.
Now, here's Thomas. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
And let's look now at some numbers for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's right around 13 points a night, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
The first one falls, and the Lakers making a change here. Lopez is checked in. The Heat shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there. Ellington from outside. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Now, here's Zubac. He's got 8, and the Lakers with another miss. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Heat have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Ball's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. Good on both. Los Angeles has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Pass to Kuzma from the wing. No good off the front iron.
The D pretty much taking that possession off, but the shot's off target with nobody near him.
Lays it up off the glass. Ellington's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's just been one of those nights for him. He got into the floor of the game and has not lost his touch.
Ball kicks to Ennis. Down low, stolen by Wade. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Oh, he gets in the good position in the post, and the entry feed is there for him.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
He's making shots from that area, and the D is not respecting his range. They better respect it now.
In the corner, it's Ellington. Good on the shot. Ellington's got 17 now.
That's the way to attack. Get it into the post and go to work.
L.A. has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Ball, the pass to Zubac. Here's Kuzma. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Here's Wade. The rebound by Brook Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Baseline try. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Kuzma's got 10 points here in the second half. Zubac kicks the ball. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Goes back up. And it's blocked. In transition, here comes Miami. Here's Olynyk, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against the Lakers.
If Olynyk gets you in a bad spot when you're on him, he'll never let you off the hook.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And so Olynyk nails both of them. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Ball kicks to Zubac. Lopez, no luck.
Now that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
And so it's Miami, holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And Los Angeles guys shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. They've got Adebayo. Richardson is out there with Luke Babbitt. Then there's Wayne Ellington, and it's Wade in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Shot clock at 5. Bryant's shot is good. Bryant's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Lakers.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Ellington kicks to Babbitt. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Ellington defending. Here's Lopez. The three-pointer, no good. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Babbitt. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
I love how Wade actively looks to find the open man look. He's effortlessly exploiting any holes in the defense.
And the Lakers have possession. Lopez a screen. Here's Payton. He dishes it to Lopez. The kick out to Dang. Wide open look, and he hits the jump shot.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
To the paint. On the left block, Abbott. He can't get it to go. Good D by Lopez. You look back on the last 5 off seasons or so, Chris, and there are usually huge names that change teams. LeBron, Durant, the first names that come to mind. As you went through the free agency process, how much of an influence did your agent or any sponsorships play in your role in that decision and picking your new team?
Yeah, I think every relationship with the player and their agent is different. For me, I wanted to go back to the place that I felt that was loyal to me. I wanted to go back to Sacramento because there had never been a small market team. I felt a really small market team that won a championship. And I saw Karl Malone try for all of those years. I saw Stockton try for all those years. Reggie try for all those years. And so I really wanted to be one of the first to kind of bring that back to the city. So my agent, my shoe company, no one could have said anything to take me away from that. That was a personal mission that I want, and I knew what I was dealing with at that time. But I think for other guys it's different. Some guys, want more commercials. They like to be in a bigger market. Some guys don't want that, and they're happy at staying under the radar like a Tim Duncan as long as he's winning. So I think for every guy is different, and I really believe that you have to make that decision for yourself and your family first, because if you do that, then the fans wherever you go will be much happier because you want to be there. You're not just buying time there.
Here's Richardson, and that one good.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
One shot.
As you look at the league right now, how different would you say it is from when you played? And if there are a lot of differences, do you like the changes?
The NBA is much different from when I played. When I played, if you shot a jumper from the 15-foot range free throw line, they criticize you as a big fella. Now you have to be able to space the floor. If you were a big fella and led the break back then, they criticize you. Now you have a guy like Durant who is 6'11". So the game has changed from rules. It was so much more physical at the time. It was a slower pace. But, that was then. I love the way that the game is now. I love that players have more freedom. I love that the pace is faster. You don't have to look back at your coach to have a play called every time. And trust is put in these players' skill sets. And so I love it, man. Anytime you can see Harden go to work, Durant go to work, Curry go to work, Westbrook go to work, LeBron go to work, Irving go to work, and just watch them play in an open offense, man, it's a lot of fun. So, I like the changes, and it was fun when I played as well.
And he slams it one-handed.
If you let him get that deep, this is what you can expect.
Yeah, well, with his toughness and skills in there, it's a rough problem to fix.
And they double up Peyton. Ellington defending. Back to Randle. He feeds it to Dang. Expanding his range, but they get it back.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
James Johnson checked in for Josh Richardson. Timeout called, the Heat. And Julius Randle, like a lot of these Lakers, still has room to develop defensively. Chris, what's the key for him at that end?
Well, he's already got a great nose for defensive rebounding. He's got to improve as a help defender a little bit, but he needs to use his mobility to cover that ground a little bit quicker and cut off the lane.
Johnson against Peyton, and they double up Peyton. And we know this league is enjoying great success. The Players Union going into last season created a program, Chris, to fund health insurance for all retired players with 3 or more years of service.
Well, I'm proud of our Players Union. I hope that other sports take lead. You know, you take care of those that come before you. That's one thing in the NBA we always know and the players will always respect. That's why it was a unanimous vote by the Players Association. It definitely was a proud moment. I'm proud of my NBA brothers.
Dang dishes to Bryant. Here's Peyton. Can't hit that one. And the Heat going the other way now to the left wing. Here's Babbitt. That's short off the rim. Lakers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Dishes it to Bryant. There's the pass to Dang. For 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Adebayo, and the layup falls. Adebayo's got 4 points this quarter.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Man, this is what happens when you get discouraged. Sometimes it just affects every part of your game.
And a nice shot by Bryant.
Oh, that's the goal every trip. Get the good look from close range.
That's a 2 from Babbitt. It's rebounded by Peyton.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And it's Bryant missing. The Heat have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Babbitt from long range. The Lakers with the rebound. Randle's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Lakers working the ball around now. Dang kicks to Bryant. Outside Dang. Shoots it. Up again. It's good on the putback. And that's now 10 points for Julius Randle.
You see what Randle can do when in full attack mode? There, converting off of the miss.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Dang kicks to Peyton. And it's Bryant at the elbow. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Los Angeles has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. The finish trips down the breakaway slam.
And how about the fast hands and then getting right out in transition?
I mean, look, I was going to say you're attacking on both ends, quickly going from defense to offense.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleash chaos moment.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Ellington with it. Now Peyton defending. The shot by Ellington, no good. Lakers shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Randle with a screen for Peyton. Johnson with the block. In transition, here comes Miami. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th assist in this one.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
Peyton against Johnson, and they double up Peyton. To the inside, and stolen by Ellington. Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Johnson for 3. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Peyton. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
To the paint. Lays it up and banks it in. Peyton's got 4 points this quarter.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Whoa! Oh, nasty.
Nasty.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink?
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for it with hops.
The Heat shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. The shot's good from Ellington. Ellington's got 19 points.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, what I like about it most is he's doing it efficiently.
And it's Johnson penetrating. Nice D from Dang. Los Angeles has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Kept alive. Here's Randle. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The big body of Randle using those broad shoulders to protect the ball in traffic.
Here's Ellington. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Ellington's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
The dish now to Payton. Pass to Dang. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
Get out the way. Move, and that pumps up his teammates as well. That's a statement play all the way around.
To the middle, here's Bryant, and Bryant slams it in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Miami.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Hassan Whiteside.
Well, the big thing was if he had an open look, he drained it. He didn't let any of those easy chances get away from him.
Misses the three. Payton against Johnson. Off target with his three. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Payton's shot is off. Timeout called, the Heat. They're up. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
He doesn't always get the minutes he's gotten tonight, but there's no way they were going to sit him down once he got going, and the crowd has been loving it. A memorable night for him coming off the bench. And some changes here for the Heat. Rodney McGruder comes in for James Johnson. And it's Dragic in for Tyler Johnson. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Ennis comes in for Gary Payton. No good from Dragic. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Dragic. Tries from 10. Got a piece of it.
Not really blessed with the length to be a big-time rim protector, but Randle gets most of his blocks by playing with energy.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Ennis. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Goran, was defense the key to getting this victory tonight?
Yeah, we know if we want to win that game, we have to be solid in defense. You know, they're a fast-running team. They're gonna shoot three-point line, and we just have to be solid in defense. And we did that, and in the end, we won that game. So.
Yeah, you guys worked outside in, and you were able to get stops and get the win. Congrats, Goran. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.